Well, good morning, and it is time for coffee talk. This is Guido coming from the left side of the Atlantic, and look who we have here.
Oh, yes, it's Pilgrim from the correct side of the Atlantic with the new Guido Mug Offer. Okay, the new Guido Mug Offer. If you buy one today, you get certain goodies. Now, here's the mug, same as usual. However, what you also get, in celebration of 75 years on the throne, is gift Queen Elizabeth items. A tiara for those who like to wear tiaras, a flag, or a bowler hat if you're a gentleman. So there you go, buy your Guido mug today, get your 75th Queen's Jubilee, I don't know, hats, whatever, tat.
So, I'm guessing these are accoutrements for your
My next weekend, next Saturday barbecue, it'll be that on my head. Good day, ma'am. Or, if I'm feeling particularly ladylike, it'll be my tiara. Or, I'll wave the flag.
Or both.
Or all of them. Anyway, you get them free with the Guido mug, so buy one today.
Almost none of that is true, except for Pilgrim wearing that and waving that flag.
Yeah.
So, I know that it's been weighing heavily on everyone's mind where Pilgrim has been, and I did a little research and figured it out, but I'm just going to leave it at this. Apparently, a very tall man with a very gray beard and a pointy hat showed up at his house a few weeks back, and he went on some kind of adventure.
Yes, I did.
Right.
I did. I had to go on an adventure which was frowned upon in the Shire.
Yes.
I was looked down upon when I returned from my adventures in the Shire.
Yeah, because a proper hobbit does not go on adventures.
Does not go on adventures. No. My word.
Yeah, I am. Yeah. But the good news is the flag's going in the right direction.
Yeah, well, that makes a difference, doesn't it? Because it wasn't before, was it?
Yeah.
And my flag doesn't matter because it's up and down as opposed to left to right.
Right. But is the helmet on the correct side of you?
Oh, hang on. Let me get it back up again. Is the helmet? It's there. Does that look right?
Is that your right hand?
That's my right hand.
Okay, so we're correct.
We are correct. Or you could have that.
No, that's not correct because I don't even know.
No, salute. I'm using my right hand.
No, I'm using my right hand, but it looks like my left.
It looks like your left, doesn't it? Yeah, it still doesn't work, does it? I don't know. Right.
It's called
technical problems.
Geographically, I am on the correct side. If I put a little, Atlantic Ocean picture right here, this would be exactly right.
That would be exactly right, wouldn't it? Just in the middle.
Good. Catch says they look like they're both right hands. Okay, good. See?
Good. See, it works.
Now, the other good news, technically, is that my cameras are working again, and all it took was, and I don't know why this is a thing. Why is it that the restart on a computer, it sometimes doesn't reset stuff like shutting it completely down, letting it sit and restarting it from the button.
Yeah. See this here. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Well, it's also possible that it had nothing to do with it. It just happened that the second time I restarted it, it sorted itself out. Who knows? I don't know.
Yeah.
Because power.
Gandalf will tell you.
There you go. See, Kedge finally came up with something that seems plausible to me.
There you are.
That seems plausible.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's plausible.
So when I started it back up, the cameras all worked.
Well, there you go. That's how to make things work in the computer world.
Yeah.
Blues in the house. Uncadadius.
Yeah. We've swapped it up. We've changed it up a little bit.
Yeah.
We're coming at you with a new vibe.
It's the new vibe because you get the Guido mug and you get the free tiara that goes with it.
Yeah.
Oh, look, you've even got the price list on it. There you go. Free tiara for Her Majesty next Saturday.
We're just glad Smaug did not eat the Hobbit.
He didn't. No. He had a good go. He had a really good go.
Tricksy hobbitses. All right. Well, we got a lot of
Sting
stuff
was
going
my
on.
friend.
The Sting.
Sorry, go on.
No, you're fine. Oh man. All right. So let's see. Channel news. 100 Battle Challenge. I just finished the ISM 2. We'll take a look at that in just a minute. Next stream, I think tomorrow, guys. I'm not sure. We'll see. We have a barbecue tonight. I don't know what really the plan is tomorrow, whether we're going to go somewhere and do something. So maybe early in the morning or some such thing, but no promises. So I've got written down maybe, probably Monday, possibly, I don't know, maybe not kind of thing. And that's pretty much it.
Because you're off tomorrow as well, aren't you?
I am, yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
okay.
So let's go jump over here because here's the IS2M, which I just finished. And then I said, well, let's go take a look at, this is a beef I have with Wargaming. Let's go take a look at how I did. And I go to the Hall of Fame. I go to that. I'm getting a little echo in here. Why am I getting an echo? Maybe off your stuff? Are you, hello? All right, can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can
I'm
hear
gonna have to move you across to my right screen because I'm now looking away. When I look at you, I'm looking away. So I'm going to swap you over. So if it all goes pear-shaped.
See, that's why me swapping it wasn't a great idea.
Yeah. Now I'm looking at you.
Okay, good.
It's working.
Anyway, there is no IS2M in the Hall of Fame.
What?
Well, there's a lot of
You're
tanks
joking.
missing. Yeah, there's a lot of tanks missing from it.
Why?
At least I think there isn't one. Let me do this. Maybe I just don't have enough battles in it, but I feel like I should because I played it quite a bit. But I could be completely wrong. Let's go to Tier 7, Heavies. And we will find no IS2M.
Because it's a reward.
Well,
no, because it's a collector's tank.
No, it's just relatively new.
Oh, I see.
Like, what's another new tank? The Astron Rex is in here, but I feel like the IS2M is older than the Astron Rex, which is here.
I think it is. I seem to remember I had it at one point, got rid of it again, I think.
Yeah, so it's just, I don't know, man. I think it's the IS2M, Sutek. I think it really is. That little extra spaced armor that it has, really, it's very trollish. The armor on it's very trollish. It's like, let's go.
Yeah, I like the IS as a tech tree tank, and I think the IS2M is just that slightly nicer, I think.
So I went average 1600 damage, 0.45 armor is approaching useful armor. I know people kind of scoff the IS armor, but this one's armor is pretty good. Like, what does the IS run me at? It goes 0.34, so worse. IS2S, 0.34. 2M, 0.45. IS2, 0.46. It's up there. Although these are fairly low sample size at 16. I like the S okay, but I think it's the IS2M gets the nod from me.
All right, that's cool.
Yeah. I just
You've got also Stickler's doing a 100 battle challenge at the same time now. He's decided to pick up on that.
Nice.
So he's going through things. I mean, he's SU-152 and so on.
And
Blues Travelers say, sorry, go on, yeah, and Kedge.
Kedge, thanks for the resub, man. Much appreciated. Well, who else was talking?
Sutak was just saying that adding tanks to the Hall of Fame means diverting resources from creating new premiums.
That's
right.
That's exactly.
There's only so much money they can make, isn't it? New maps.
We've touched on this multiple times over the, I guess, years now about why this thing has languished like this, and I don't get it. It's
because it actually, do you know what? It's a great idea. So why has it been A, beta for the last 10 years, and B, it's never updated properly? But it is a great idea. I love going in there just to check stuff out like this.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's a good... why do Wargaming do this? You know, it's a great idea. Use it. Let's have it. But it's languishing in the backwaters of Miami somewhere, isn't it?
Yeah, and it still says beta. It has said beta for probably 7 years.
11 years.
Yeah, whatever. This has been out for a long time. This is the best part.
Just around midnight.
New.
Just around midnight.
Yeah, click on new. This is what they think is new.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know. And it's been these 4 tanks for the entire time, just about. Anyway.
Oh dear, oh dear.
Here's another funny one. I've been playing the 4190. I'm sitting at 47% win rate. It's been a struggle.
You have, haven't you? You played that quite a bit when we've well, certainly when I've streamed with you the other day. You played that 4 or 5 times, and I was getting a bit frustrated with you playing it actually.
And I'm sixth. I'm sixth in the month of May with a 42% win rate. 40. This poor guy is second at a 37% win rate. I don't know. It's weird.
It used to be a very good light tank, didn't it? I think before the advent of all the rest of the nonsense that's come out with the wheelies and all that lot.
I didn't look at this closely when I looked at it earlier. This one's hard to figure out. He's averaging 1,500 damage, and this is a sample size of at least 30 battles. He's averaging 1,500 damage, 1,400 assist, and he has a 37.29.
I can't get that. No, that doesn't equate, does it?
Holy cow!
Audio's out of sync according to.
Yeah, sometimes it does that.
Okay, it'll catch up.
Sometimes it does that. So we're 11th in the HTC. I did finish that one recently, just out of the top 10. The old Astron, not so good, 110th.
The HTC, you were hot and cold with that. At some points when we were playing it together, you were like, "Oh, this tank is absolutely dire," and then other times you were having a whiz bang with it. So
I ended at 62% with it.
There you are.
Yeah, I mean, I did okay.
Yeah. Even with its weak spots in the machine gun turrets.
Yeah. I wish they'd fix that, man. That would be great. I can't wrap my mind around why that has languished. It's such a great.
So why the Aston Rex then? Is it because it's not just you're not just doing the 100 battle challenge on Tech Tree Tank.
No, I'm doing everything. So I finished it up. Okay. Yeah, I got it to 100 and I ended that one at like 53%, something like that.
Yeah.
All right, and that's it for channel news, my friends. That's all we got going on. I am continuing the best of series. The best of series.
Yes, you are. Yeah.
Yep.
We were just discussing that, weren't we?
Yep. And I have decided to add in artillery, so you can expect artillery to be added to the mix. I went back and did the best tier 6 artillery. And I just finished up the best tier 7. So I got the 7 light, tier 6 artillery, and tier 7 artillery coming up. So you guys are going to love it, man. It's going to be some of the best content you've ever seen.
Yeah. I mean, you might as well just write it off now as the M44, just as Stickler says.
I'll probably get
might as well just leave it there.
More than likely get 10,000 views.
Yeah, you probably will. Yeah. All the arty lovers.
Oh, it's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah, Kenji's going to unsubscribe. Yeah.
Yeah, if it gives you notifications when people unsub, you're going to watch it. Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah.
Everyone's gone. All right, subjects. Oh, sorry. Oh man, we almost went right past.
Well, that's
shilling.
all right. We've got the old blue light to do. Yeah, we've got shilling.
Yeah,
to
we got it. We almost went right by that. How did we?
Well, it's how we roll, isn't it? We've just not prepared for this, have we?
No, not at all. Not at all. We do have to make our money, though.
Yeah.
Let's see what we got here. I will move that over. See if I can be clever with this. Probably not.
You're right, Blues. Last day of Battle Pass today as well.
Oh, yeah. We'll get to that. We'll get to that, people. All right. What do we got for sale? There's a really great deal right now. We're going to get to that because it's not in the shop.
No.
It's not in the shop. Tornwagen.
Oh yeah.
That was this Christmas. I'm Tornwagen with this one.
Wow. I see what you did there,
Yeah,
sir.
I see what I did there. Was I good? I am Tornwagen. I don't know. I want to like it. At the same time, it's not amazing.
It's not amazing, and all right, it's not the basic. Is not a huge price, and if you can put a coupon on it, which I can, it's a fairly reasonable price. But yeah, it's not a great tank anymore, is it? It was a Christmas gift. It wasn't anything special.
Here's the question: where does it sit right now? Let's take a look at the Tornwagen. Heavy tier 8 win rate. Where does it show up? It's not at the bottom. Somewhere in the middle. DPG, I bet it hurts. I get it. No, it's not too far down. Yeah, so there's a lot better, apparently. But it's not terrible. 1.8, how's it doing? Every time I see the Emil 1951 up here, I just can't even hardly believe it.
Yeah.
So it's pretty average, guys. It's pretty average. Pretty darn average.
You want it to be better than it is because of the way it looks with that tiny little turret. You want it to be better, don't you? You really do.
Yeah.
You want I want this to be really special, and it's got that awesome sort of like Swedish flash hider on the end of the barrel and everything. But actually, it's just mediocre, isn't it? It's just like okay.
Well, I'd say Diablo's right in there. It does one thing and it does it really good, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a lot like a T-34 in that respect. Just slow, great gun depression, turrets, hard to pin. And we're done. We're done here. You know what I mean? That's it.
Yeah.
All right,
I've just got drops, mate. I've just got drops. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. Yep, drops are enabled. By the way, Happy Memorial Day. That's probably not the way you say it, but I'm going to say it that way anyway. Even though we understand that, the purpose of Memorial Day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Both have a great weekend. Enjoy yourselves, and spare a thought for those who are not with us and did their JOB.
Yeah.
All right. Renegade is for sale, but do not buy a Renegade here, folks. We'll get to that. Do not buy a Renegade here. Type 64 is out. The AT-15A is back. This is a kind of fun, especially if you platoon with them. You get a couple AT-15As. They're pretty cool.
Yeah.
I got a drop too.
Yeah.
I'm going to claim that bad boy. All right. So it's not bad. We've got the Progetto. Why is the Progetto out, Pilgrim? Do you know?
Oh, gosh, I don't know, but they are really pushing it hard, aren't they? That's the problem.
Yeah, there's a mode that's going on now that they sell the Progetto with nearly every time.
Oh, of course there is, Frontline.
Yeah.
Silly me.
They always
why
rake in.
Didn't I think of that?
They get the rake out and rake some cash in when they do the front line with the.
Yeah.
Bring the Progetto out.
I actually had to type into chat on Frontline EU I think it was yesterday. I went on Frontline EU, and there was that many of them. I just typed into chat, "You wankers with your gold spamming progs, go away," or words to that effect. So I'm expecting a ban anytime soon.
I had some chat shenanigans yesterday. I was on, I don't remember which one it is. Karelia, I think. I think it was Karelia.
Right.
And I was in the stupid K91 PT, the tank I actively try to destroy people's games with.
Yeah, you do that. You've dropped my win rate down.
I didn't notice this person was in the game and he was platooned. But I tried to push to the north. Our guys got rolled up. I backed up. I was sniping as I went. There's a T-30 way down at the bottom, and they had a Progetto 66 up top. And we had a nearly full hit point camper, heavy, back at the cap with me. He rushes forward, isn't able to kill him, and gets killed. And then their full strength Charfoucheur comes up, and it was a pretty even game until this time. And then the Charfoucheur does what a Charfoucheur does.
Yeah.
Got in amongst us, kills both Artie, myself, and some other things. And we end up eventually losing. And then I'm noticing there's this leopard that's kind of sitting up on the sniper hill up there.
Oh, right, yeah.
Right? So I type in, "Thanks for sitting back and sniping and not helping me. That was a great idea," something to that effect. So it wasn't too salty, but it was definitely. So I'm like, whatever, go out. I look at the lineup, and the guy I'm talking about is Goshism.
Oh.
So he was in the game, right? I'm like, oh crap! I wonder if he's streaming. So I go over. It's Twitch. I'm like, yep, he's streaming.
Yeah.
So they're still watching the game. So I watch them talk, and I'm having a hard time hearing his buddies. So I go grab his VOD because you can go grab the current one anyway. Zing it forward to see if they're saying anything about it. And one of his platoon mates is just going off on me up on the thing.
Oh, was it?
He's like, stupid K91, you need to push in there.
Brilliant.
The good news is he has his chat turned off.
So
he didn't.
Okay.
The platoon mate may have seen me say something, but it didn't go across the whole thing.
That's fair enough.
That's another great advertisement for not typing anything in that game.
Yeah.
Unless it's, helpful.
Well, I did get somebody follow me to the garage last week.
Oh, good.
Oh yeah. So he was complaining about my light tank tactics. I can't remember which map. It's the one with the Zeppelin, Crash Zeppelin, that map. So I went to those line of bushes. You normally go there. Spotted at least 5 or 6 coming up onto the ridge. Got some assistance there. Thought I'd hang around. I did a 180 and then came back up again because I thought I got spotted by their light. So I pulled back, went back up, and I sort of stayed there for maybe a bit too long, but enough to try and keep them lit. And apparently there was one TD guy, who shall remain nameless, who decided to, in games, say something like, hey, light tank, go and do your job. So I went, okay. So then I came back out and I went up onto the hill, but unfortunately got spotted and got absolutely wasted. So I went, is that okay for you now, in chat, right? He followed me to the garage. Blah, blah. He ripped into me about being a light tank player, not knowing what I'm supposed to do. So I had a look at his stats. Well, his highest win rate in any of his light tanks was 37%. So I just went back to him and said, thanks for all your good advice, but I think I won't take it because looking at your stats, I stat shamed him. Looking at your stats, you're not that good a light tank player.
Yeah.
He didn't reply.
Hey, Blues, the bar is low, but unfortunately it's quite random on whether or not someone either complains or they pay attention to it. You know what I mean?
Exactly that. Yeah,
so
somebody doesn't complain.
You can happily type all kinds of mess in there as long as it's not like racist or that kind of stuff.
Well, I've got a slight advantage when I play the NAs. I can use various Anglo-Saxon words that don't mean anything over there, but I know exactly what they mean.
Yeah.
And it works in Europe as well, unless you get a Brit playing with you. Because none of the Europeans know anything about anything I'm saying.
I will say it was kind of useful in one case looking at the VOD because he was sniping, and it turns out where he was a good position because he got like $5,000. He did 5,900 damage, so it wasn't really a case of he wasn't churning out damage, which he's a really good player.
It just feels that way.
Yeah, I didn't pay attention to what they were doing, and I try to do that as much as I can. I just didn't really see where he had been kind of all over the map anyway. He just happened to get back there trying to stop the push that was coming up to kill us. And he and I were actually shredding him. I ended up with 2,900, kind of something like that. Right. But there was one point where there was a T-30 that was down on the push who got stuck behind a rock, and he kept sticking his back end out just enough for me to hit him. And I'm like, oh, awesome. Right. And then I'm thinking, why the hell is he doing that? Well, it turns out when I went and looked at the VOD, he was sniping the guy in the front. And I was hitting him in the back,
so
and he was trying to so the rock was this wide, and he was this wide, So he's trying to figure out where he could hide from both, but he couldn't really. We ended up shredding him that way. So,
dear.
I don't know. I thought that was kind of interesting. Anyway, hate the amount of people I try to tell do something in the game, and they just get angry and rage back. Yeah, I know. Yep. Yeah, you can learn stuff actually. Listening to what people say. Obviously, if it's something just dopey. I think the worst offenders are, in general, people yelling at their scouts. And especially if it's a TD player early. Yeah. And they're yelling at you, go do your job. Yeah. I need lights, all that. I'm like, dude, if I go do what you want me to do, I am done. I'm dead. Or I have almost no hit points left, and we maybe get a shot or two in. So just relax. Sit back there in your bush. I'll be with you in a minute.
Yeah. Get your right hand ready. Start playing with yourself, and I'll get the lights for you.
Pilgrim comes in off the top rope early.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's why he's got hairy palms. All TD players have hairy palms. Sorry, Stickler, but yeah, you've got hairy palms.
You just built up a little extra moxie by dueling Smog, didn't you? You came back with
I feel
armor and
you got
armor and a sword and a bunch of gold in a chest.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And your precious. You got your precious.
I got my precious.
All right, more shilling. What else we got? Doctor Who says it's very confusing. Hey, for free, how you doing, man?
Well, freeze in the house.
Yep.
Yeah, stupid bushes.
122 TM is for sale. Blah blah blah. Caliban. I mean, there's a bunch of stuff for sale here.
There is a lot. There's a lot of what people would consider decent tanks. For sale. The SU's up there as well, isn't it? The 130s, PM's in.
Did we talk about last week, guys? I don't remember. I'm just going to mention it anyway. About the 122 TM. It turns out it's actually a pretty good tank. Now that's win rate wise, it's what, 8th or so. This thing was widely panned as it's one of the worst tanks of all time. One of the worst tanks known to men.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I'm just gonna congratulate myself for basically knowing that wasn't true. I won't tell you it's the greatest tank, although it is solid. It is near the top 10 in a lot of stuff.
Yeah, it's got a good turn of speed.
Even
as well as
DPG. Remember, what was the knock on the 122 TM? Do you remember?
Oh,
what the big...
slow reload.
Yeah,
no.
DPM.
Yeah, slow reload.
This DPM is so bad it will never be able to do anything.
Yeah.
Really? That's fascinating. Nice theory, but it doesn't hold water.
Yeah.
No. And it illustrates... Go ahead.
Absolutely. No, I was just going to say what you're going to say. It illustrates just... Until the player base get hold of it, an opinion doesn't count. Once the player base get hold of it, and it then shows through its overall stats that actually it is a playable tank or a good tank or a bad tank,
right?
It might be.
And you can have an opinion, and you can have a educated opinion, and you can look at the numbers for sure and have some general ideas. But just going DPM sucks, it sucks.
Yeah.
Well, what about the rest of the tank? And it's not DPM. It's not. This game isn't really about DPM. It's about a specific kind of DPM, and it's the DPM you can actually effectively get. The effective DPM. What does the rest of the tank bring in terms of fire? In terms of the platform that allows you to get those shots and survive and stuff like that. And it has depression and a really strong turret.
Yeah,
and a pretty good upper plate. So
and it moves quickly. It's not
quickly enough. I mean, it's not fast, but it gets around.
It's not fast, but it moves quickly enough. You can get around in it.
Yeah, and I will say that a long reload probably helps some people from being too hasty in poking and trying to get shots.
Yeah, there you go. It stops you being overexcited, for want of a better word, doesn't it? It calms everything down a little bit. You go, okay, I've got to wait out. I've got to protect myself. I've got to get into a position where I'm not going to get slotted.
Yeah.
And then you can go out and do your job. So yeah, cool.
Because you can't always employ the DPM of a tank in this game. Now,
no.
All else being equal, a tank with better DPM, provided you can employ that DPM, is better in that situation.
Yeah.
But you don't always find yourself in that situation. You may not even have. You may have a game where you never find yourself in that situation. The next game, you may be able to employ a pure DPM kind of thing and outplay somebody with it. But the facts are that it's doing fine. In fact, look at all these guys below it. Holy cow!
If you look at what 4.3, if you look at what 4.3 is saying, it lacks DPM, but he gets consistent 3K regularly.
Yeah.
And a few 4 and 5K games.
Yeah.
Well, the player base will determine how to play that particular tank and how well it does. So exactly. You can have an opinion, but figures don't lie, do they?
Right. I mean, it just does pretty well overall. So anyway, that was a bit of a tangent on that.
I do get excited about tanks, Sutek. I really do. I get uncomfortably excited about tanks.
It's just all a little strange around the edges.
yeah.
Here we are on a Sunday morning.
I've been away too long.
Here we are Sunday morning talking about a bunch of pixels and numbers in a video game.
Yeah. Funny old thing.
Bunch of sad boys.
Don't forget, Guido Mug, you get your Queen's Jubilee memorabilia free with every mug.
No, you don't. You get nothing. You get nothing but a...
You get nothing but best wishes.
Best wishes. And a thank you for me for the 2 cents I make off those things. I need to go look at that website. I haven't touched that thing for a long time. I've threatened. Maybe that needs to be a goal of mine, is to get some new merch in for Christmas.
What you need,
we need some Pilgrim
to
merch.
really make it sell is you need this visage on something.
That's what I'm saying. We need Pilgrim merch. Yeah, absolutely. Pilgrim merch.
Yeah.
Probably outsell my stuff. So I don't have to fire you.
Oh, get out here, man. I feel like I've been fired. Anyway.
Nobody can be fired from this volunteer outfit.
No.
How do I get out of this chicken shit outfit?
You don't.
You don't. You're stuck. All right. So let's go for the folks, Pilgrim. We're gonna go and show them, and I don't know if you're thinking the same thing I'm thinking on the best deal going right now.
Oh yeah, let's do.
Do you know what it is? You sound like you know what it is.
The Renaga Day.
Yes.
Yes.
For the where is it? Right here. All right, guys, go if you want a Renegade, and even better if you want a Renegade and a T2065, go right here to the Tier 3 bundle, pay $33 and get a Renegade and a Patriot.
Crazy, isn't it? Crazy.
Bro. Now, if you're like me, you immediately went, ooh, that is a gold bonanza. Not so fast.
Okay, so what's the hick? What is it?
All bundles will provide credit compensation for any owned vehicles.
Oh.
Careful, careful. Danger, danger.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Now I don't. You. I'm wondering if anyone watching this does not have one or both of those. Probably not.
Yeah.
But say you have a second account and you're like playing another account and go, well, that is one heck of a deal. You know what I mean?
Well, it is, because you're getting effectively what you would normally pay, I don't know, $50 thereabouts in the shop for. What's the price in the shop?
You would pay $30 each one of them. Or
for
more.
Each one of them, yeah, right, yeah.
Or more. I mean, the Renegade's for sale, so let's go find out. What is it going for? Come on, Mr. Backlink clicker thing. We have the Renegade for $34 for just the with 25 missions. So I don't think you can get anything better than that. Nope. And that's really odd how it's just that sold right there. There's no packages. Well, there you go. So for $33, you can get, or actually you could also get, if you don't have the T2060E5, it's still a really good deal to get the second package, because I want to say it's $22 for just the Renegade. Is that right? No, Patriot. Sorry, unfortunate.
Patriot,
That's unfortunate.
Patriot, yeah.
I mean, that's still a good deal on a Patriot, but the Patriot's not nearly as good as the Renegade.
No.
The deal isn't being offered here in the future. What does that mean? You living
in the future, isn't he? Because he's in the Southeast Asia.
Oh.
So yeah. So he ain't getting the deal.
Oh. Yeah, this is actually tied into a charity event, Canines for Warriors. Unfortunately, kind of hard on the heels of the USO thing, so I don't know. I think that's probably you get that sort of charity fatigue.
Yeah.
Charity fatigue going on.
Well, so, it's not on the EU server either, so I think it's just NA.
Yeah. So they ran a similar thing on Veterans Day in 2021, and it seems like you just go to Veterans Day again, but anyway. They made 25,000 last time. These are good deals for a wonder. So there you go. I thought that was pretty good. Pretty good. At first I was thinking
if I didn't have the Renaga Day, I would definitely do that deal, because I've got the Patriot as well. So yeah, you're right. I don't.
And if it was gold, you'd be all over it. But I see why they didn't do the gold compensation. It is a little bit, as I always say, it's a little bit irritating that they fluctuate on that. But it's such a good deal. I do understand why they're not giving gold. Although why they won't just give a gold discount.
Yeah, that could be.
You know what I mean? For the same, give them if that's a 50% or a 75% off or whatever.
There's a good point by Kedge. I wonder how much credits. I mean, well, I know we always bang on about never buy credits, but how many credits would you get for each one? There's a question.
Well,
it's not going to be millions,
you should be able to find out in your game client, right? If we go here to the US, Tier 8 Heavies, and we go Patriot, and we go Sell, and it says 1,740,000.
So thereabouts, you're going to get that sort of money.
1,740,000. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. You're $33.
I mean, it is a charity, so it's obviously not a factor of I only do it because it's a great deal. It's nice that they made it a great deal. So if you want to chuck $33 at the charity, maybe pick up one of the tanks if maybe you don't have both, and then credits for the other. It's still a great thing to support. So there you go.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, give it the right reasons.
You bet.
But the bonus that comes with doing it for the right reasons is you get that. Yep. Which is a great thing.
Helps get service dogs to guys and gals who could use it, so that's always a good thing.
Absolutely.
Cool.
It's amazing. It's amazing just how different having a dog in your life makes especially to veterans who have been through, whatever they've been through to be where they are. Having that unconditional love you get from a pet, unless you've got cats, of course, but mostly dogs. Or a parrot. If you've got a parrot, it doesn't love you at all. But a dog, basically, will, it'll follow you around all day long. Having that, without having to give anything back, other than feeding it and petting it, amazing.
That's a great question, Kedge. And unfortunately, I haven't done my due diligence, and I have not investigated what their overhead is, so I don't know anything more. And I was also just thinking, do they just do service dogs, or do they actually help veterans just say get a pet if they just because as Pilgrim was saying, even a pet can be effective and has been shown to be effective in healing and just mental health in general and stuff like that. And then there's of course the trained dogs who are trained to recognize the signs of stuff, sometimes medically, sometimes the PTSD thing. So I actually don't know enough about that charity to answer those questions. Cats taste. Are we going to have a dog and cat fight?
We're going to have a good dog and cat fight now, aren't we?
I prefer dogs.
I'm not a cat person.
I prefer dogs by 100 miles. I have a cat. He's a great cat. I actually like the cat quite a bit. I've had multiple cats over the years, and they've all been awesome. We socialize ours with the dog, so those two get along famously. The cat will chase the dog in the backyard, like hide under a bush when the dog comes out and jump on her and stuff. And the dog will chase the cat.
That is so cruel.
Yeah, and the cat will go up the fence, and then I'm thinking. At first, I started yelling at Mocha. I'm like, "Stop chasing the cat!" Until I saw the cat one day go up the fence, and the dog kind of turn around, and the cat comes flying off the fence back into the fray. I'm like, "All right, now he's doing it on purpose." Yeah, he's doing it. He's doing it on purpose. So, cat, you're on your own, buddy. Dude, he's awesome.
Just like we do at the end of games when we go over the cliff.
We have a screen room, so he crawls up it, and then he'll lay. I've never seen this before. The screen room has that like bug screen that you can see through kind of idea.
Yeah.
He'll walk on that.
Get out.
And he'll look down at you. I've never seen an animal walk on something that they can see through.
Wow.
And I don't know if that's a cat trait or just this cat is weird, but my dog won't even go over the drawbridge down by the water. No. Like she'll look down, she's like, nope.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
And this cat just wanders around on the screen, and then he'll lay down. He'll just lay on it because it's nice and comfy, as he's tearing the crap out of it probably. And he'll get up on the roof. One day I'm out in the front of the house, and I kind of look around. I look up, and on the top of the chimney is the cat, like the Batman. He's on the very top of the chimney just looking down at me.
Yeah. The Dark Knight.
He's a mess. He tears lizards up. He harasses the poor glass lizards. He's a mess.
Oh dear. Your neighbours must love it. I've got anti-cat stuff all over my lawn, all over my yard. I've got Sonic stuff that blow their ears out. I've got all sorts of stuff. I hate going gardening in my yard and coming across cat shit, for want of a better word.
Yeah.
And bloody things just dump. So I've anti-catted my yard. I don't get cats. I don't even get tigers. I get nothing like that.
Yeah. Kedge, I'm sorry to hear that, man. You lost your dog. Mocha is laying on the bed.
Oh, sorry, mate. Didn't see that.
Mocha's laying on the bed with the wife. That's her usual morning gig. She gets up, I feed her. We go for a walk if it's not Sunday usually. And then she comes back in and goes straight back to the bed and gets up on it. Because I'm not there now. Now she's up on the bed. Yeah, that's what's going on.
She's taking the place. That's her place.
Yeah.
Howie, you do not have dog poo all over your yard, because unless you let dogs roam free in your yard, that doesn't work. Cats just aren't controlled. That's why. Dogs are.
So Cliffy's got part of the answer. All funds go directly to Canines for Warriors. That doesn't answer what Canines reported overhead is, i.e. the percentage of the money they take in that goes directly to the mission. But you can probably find that information. Thank you, Cliffy, for that. Somebody had another question here.
Did you talk about the bond store already?
Yeah, we're going to get to that. Yeah, I think they're talking about the bond store. Are we talking about Battle Pass? I think so. Is that the bond store you're talking about? What to do with your points and your coins? Or is there a bond store that's started and I don't know?
I haven't seen a bond store or anything other than
the Battle Pass stuff.
Yeah, Battle Pass stuff. I can't wait actually to get it started so I can get this Cobra.
Noble Heroes.
Noble Heroes it is. You get an Aston Rex.
Noble Heroes, I believe I spelt it right, unless I screwed up the E and the L. Did I? I don't know. I don't think I did. I think I got it right. Noble Heroes. That's going to get you an Aston, like Pilgrim said, an Aston Rex and a mission and some other little goodies. That is Commander AF's deal. We have Memorial Day weekend. Let's go into the missions tab because there's actually a significant amount of stuff in there. Get rid of Chrome here. Go back over to the game. We go here into missions. We've got a lot of stuff. No specials. I'm going the wrong way. There we go. Vikings Among Us. All right, so might as well talk about that. In case you didn't know, Amazon Prime is back. Amazon Prime is back, guys. So make sure,
isn't it?
Yeah, make sure you go into your Twitch. Prime Gaming, I guess, is what it's called. Prime Gaming is back. The partnership between Wargaming and Prime Gaming, and there is Oh, Pilgrim's got drops right on.
I got more drops. This is the second lot.
Oh, good. And you're going to get this dude right here, this feller, Second Lieutenant Ragnar Bjornsson.
With his Thor's hammer.
And he is only a commander, unfortunately. But he can be any nation, which is nice. There you go.
Cool.
He is.
I like it when they do stuff like that, though.
Yeah. He has to be recruited by September 20th. That's sooner than most of these, I think. Or maybe it's the same. But anyway, you have to recruit him before September 20th. I have a lot of special characters I haven't done anything with. Look at all these things.
You do, don't you? I noticed that last time you went through them all.
I mean, I'm just starting to collect these.
They're in the barracks like that, smoking cigarettes, going, when are we going to get to drive a tank? Guido?
Thank God I don't use all the good characters I have, all the good crew I have. Just let them cool their heels. Who needs those dudes?
Yeah.
Dudes and dudettes.
Well, it's my turn to drive the Emil. It's my turn.
All those dudes and dudettes. All right. What were we talking about? Oh, missions.
Missions.
Yeah. So there's that. Vikings Among Us. Yeah. And you can get a few goodies along the way. Not bad. You get 5 kits and stuff. And it looks like you can do... This is through June 21st. All right. So you got that going on. You have Battle Pass. That's been done for a long time. Probably everyone's got that done. Watts Salute. XP Fever is this weekend. Kind of standard stuff for free XP. Remember on those, if you don't know this, make sure you play the tank you want the XP to go on.
Yeah.
Be careful because if, say, you get ready...
I always cock that up.
Yeah.
I always have the wrong one.
And it kind of requires you to pay a lot of attention to it, so I don't know how many people bother worrying about it. But if you're grinding, this is a good chunk. If you're grinding, this is a good chunk. Yes, Type 4 does bring out the nutty. Rhinoceronte is on track. This is the Commander AF mission, which got you coffee and cinnamon and a little Eagle 2 emblem. Hopefully it's sellable. Haven't looked at that yet. Then we've got STB is on track. And we've got Memorial Day weekend. This is, okay, that's the standard stuff for veterans. Memorial Day weekend, which I have finished, and is probably worth doing. I think you probably did this over the weekend without even trying, because it's only 15,000 damage, 4,000 base experience over any number of games. No win requirement that I see. Does not seem to have one. Nope, good. You can get then American flags, sell them. Obviously, if you're not a U.S. person or don't want a U.S. flag, sell them because they're worth some credits.
Yeah.
And then you've got
one of the few things you can sell.
I sold all mine. I stopped putting all this stuff all over my tanks for the most part. Some of them have stuff on it, but if I feel a little, I don't know,
patriotic.
No, I was thinking happy. It's not the word. I don't know.
Happy.
Yeah.
I don't know. Drunk.
If I'm hammered, I'll put some flags all over my stuff. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
And Good Morning Vietnam style, so you can get that as well. And that is the mission.
Oh, I tell you what, Oxford Calculators just touched on something I did not know. That Tier 9 tanks don't count for the XP Fever. I didn't realise that.
The what?
That Tier 9 tanks don't count for XP Fever.
You're
you
kidding.
get the XP Fever. I didn't know that.
Is that a cock up? Is it the Tier 10 tanks count? Wait, 10 minutes. There's no drop down. How do you figure that one out? I'll select the vehicle. There we go. Tier 10s? Are you kidding? Tier 10, Tier 10. This is only Tier 10. Does it go by tiers? Is that what's happening here? Oh, I see. Okay, I'm starting to catch up, folks. Hold on. Oh, okay, so 4 to 5.
Yeah.
This is also
6,
6, 7, 8.
And 10. Brilliant.
8. Why?
Don't know. Morning, Mustang. I don't know. Wargaming are the only people who know the reason for that.
So, speculation.
Why?
Was it just a mistake? Or are they trying to... Or do they just not want people to finish getting their Tier 10 faster? I mean, would they be that... Is it possible that they're that cynical or chintzy? I don't know.
Oh, you'd hope not, but you know what? Given the reputation, you sort of like lean towards that opinion, don't you?
That's the only reason I bring it up, right? It's the only reason we bring it up, because it feels like stuff like that's happened in the past.
Yeah.
I'm going to say it was some kind of mistake. I'm going to give them a benefit of the doubt.
It was Pilgronomics. There you go. C-Tex has got it.
Right. 9s are being punished for getting kicked out of Frontline. That's right.
Yeah.
Because of their failure to be popular enough in Frontline.
Yeah, exactly.
Wargaming is... Permatrack says yes. That's exactly what it is. Working as intended from Wayne.
Wow. You got... There's no reason why, is there?
That... See, I can't discount that. It's possible there is no reason.
It's... I can't understand.
Just no reason. There was no reason. Yuri hates the number 9.
Yeah.
Is Yuri even involved? That's a whole other subject, actually. I don't know what is going on.
Is he now part of the game? I don't know.
I have no idea what is going on with development and all that stuff. All right. As you might expect, there's zero communication with the customer base on what is actually going on. All right, Noble Heroes, Aston Rex, we talked about Memorial Day. Yep, K9s for Warriors. We talked about the good bundles, and Prime Gaming is back. And I think that's it for shilling. Do we have any other shilling we need to do?
I think we're okay. Oh, well, let me just check.
Wasn't there a guy named Yuri? I thought there was a guy named Yuri at one point. Or are we just thinking that is the name that Klaus uses all the time?
It is, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah, there was a Yuri, wasn't there? There was a Yuri. Yeah.
All right.
Did we talk preload 1.17?
Yeah, subjects du jour. Nice segue.
Oh, yeah.
Well done.
There you go.
Let's talk about 1.17.
That's 1.17.
Yeah, you can preload it, and we're done.
Yeah, they are. What's it contain? Nobody knows. It's
You know what?
1.17.
That's a great question. I saw that. So hold on. Let's bring up Chrome again. Because that's kind of what I thought. I'm like, oh, 1.17.
And then it doesn't tell you anything about it.
Yes. Where is it?
It just tells you it's a preloading guide.
Yeah, preload it. Usually there's at least a button that goes back to the article on what's in it. And there are articles like, oh, wait a minute. Hold on. It's right here. It's right here. That's
First
right.
common test.
It's over on the right. Sometimes that's what I remember that from a few times ago. So what is in it? Steel Hunter mode. Oh boy. Reworked combat reserves and strongholds. And main changes. What are those? Didn't take me anywhere. That was okay. That was useless. Combat reserves. This is Steel Hunter. Blah blah blah. Combat reserves. Changes. Main changes. Here we go. 3 new vehicles. That's for Steel Hunter. Don't care. Strongholds.
Yeah, the main changes when you drop down says Steel Hunter and Strongholds. So they've just repeated themselves. There aren't no main changes.
They got me on that, dude. They got me. I just spent like 3 minutes hunting down that.
Just to be repeated at. You've been repeated to.
I repeated over and again, over and out, repeated. TS-54 vehicle has been added to the game resources. There, I found something. Take that.
They are. Can't wait for that then.
My ass assumption is this is also Battle Pass.
Ooh.
Right?
Now then,
So it starts on the 31st for Battle Pass Season 8, which is...
Yeah, which ends on...
We're done.
August 31st.
We're done today for Battle Pass 7. Battle Pass 8 starts on the 31st. My ass assumption is that on Monday or Tuesday, 1.17 drops, and that has Steel Hunter and the Battle Pass Season 8, I guess.
8.
And it'll bring in the Cobra.
Yeah, because they're hyping that up a little bit, and they're saying it finishes on August the 31st. So you've only got until August 31st to get your Cobra. Or to get your front lines done, or whatever it is that gets you the tokens.
Okay, so this is all tied together, guys, because I think somebody asked about the Bond shop. Did we ever get an answer on if that's what they were talking about?
No, he didn't come back. I think it was Oxford
Calculator.
Calculator.
Yeah. All right. Let's try to break this down because there's a couple things going on here. So if we click on the current Battle Pass, I did select something in the coin shop.
Oh, you did? You said you were going to do that.
Yeah, and it's not there anymore. But I took optics because I have a lot of scouts, and I wanted to put and mediums, so I wanted some better optics to chuck on one of those along the way. So what that has done, and we talked about this last week, is it has brought me down to 18 coins.
Yeah.
Tokens. They look like coins, but they're tokens. Anyway. Which means I need 6 before I can get Math in Public, the Cobra, which will be 24 coins.
Yeah. What's that? That's a full battle pass then?
That's one.
It's a full chapter.
No, because you get 21. So it's...
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, full chapter, a full section of a chapter.
Yeah. No, a full chapter. Because there's 3 chapters. No. Battle Pass 8 will have 3 chapters in it.
Season 8 has 3 chapters, correct. Season, chapter, yes. So it's 6 out of 7 that you can get in one chapter.
They are. Yeah.
Now, if you did what I did, and you'll do this again on the second season, because you can only get one of the bounty pieces of equipment per season.
Yeah.
Then you're going to use another 3 coins. So you're not going to end up getting both provided you want them both. You won't end up being able to get both the Cobra and the Lorraine 50T until you get somewhat through the 3rd Battle Pass season.
Yeah.
So I hope that wasn't too confusing. That being said, friends, these things you must use today. I'm going to say this again. These points you must use today. They go away.
The frustrating thing about that is that I'm at something like 900 points. I don't even know if I'm going to get 1,000 points, which is the bare minimum to buy anything. So,
if you haven't done your dailies, you will.
oh yeah, no, I haven't done my dailies. I'll do my dailies.
Yeah,
today,
you get 70 or 80, and then
should
you
be.
just need another few games, and you
Yeah,
should be able to.
yeah, that
Yeah.
should be fine then, shouldn't it? So I
Yep.
can then get bonds or whatever it is.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, cool.
Probably
Yeah,
not,
it was just to go
Sutek.
back.
Probably not.
Just to go back, the bond question was about changes in tanks, was it not? I think Kedge spoke about, or Cliffy. Cliffy said something about Tap has a story in the RU bond shop changes.
Oh, so the
Something to do with
actual
the
bond
tanks may
shop.
change.
Okay, where is that? That is here. I don't know. I haven't actually seen anything about that. They don't look changed right now, but you're saying RU. Now this is the question, right? Is RU now going to start looking like the
Do their own
Chinese
thing, yeah,
server
yeah.
in terms of they just do, what they do has not much to do with what we do? I don't know.
Yeah. So does they say good until November 2022, says Steel saying. Oh, Blues Traveller saying there's something. Have a look at the Battle Pass coins, the date.
Battle Pass coins. Going back to it. Don't know. What are we looking at?
What are we saying? What are we saying, Blues? Points, not the tokens, the points.
Points, yeah. The points, I'm telling you, these points go away today. That's what everything has said up to now. Is this what he's learned more about points?
Oh, you're in tokens, not points, aren't you? Oh, no, you're in points.
I am points, yeah. Yes, that's a good point for free. Not something I thought about because I've completed it. You do have to complete all 3 before you can use those points. That's a fact. Where do they say they expire in November? That is not my understanding. These tokens don't expire until November. Tokens. Points. These, they do not go away. Good through November. I don't think that's true. Yeah, the point store will be there, but you're going to start making more points next time. Go to the store. Okay. I don't see anything there. Event reward page.
Like the star, says Stickler.
What star? This?
Yeah, on the icon on the left-hand side, the star icon.
This is just stuff. I did hit the info after. Hold on. This is such a pain to navigate through. The info. I did that. I didn't show anything. Points are awarded for completing stages of the 3 battle. You can also purchase stages. Complete the 3 main and please continue to accumulate until the end of the season after completing the chapters. Items for points will be available until November 30th. All points remaining by the time the store closes will be deducted without compensation. All right, I see that, but my understanding from all the other literature is that the points go away, and you restart getting
points on the next battle pass.
So save them at your own risk, man. There is a clear expire date.
There's the point. If I don't get over 1,000 today, we'll see on Monday or when we next stream.
Yeah, that's true because I have 100 something.
So we'll see. We've still got them. Yeah.
Let's go back to the event page because they actually had a danger article up a while recently. Let me try to find it.
Blues still has some keys. Yeah, so do I. I've got 5 of them.
That's exactly right. Holy crap, the keys.
The keys.
Here it is. Here's the article right here. Let's see if this article can muddy the waters even more. This one is maximize your rewards. All right, so Battle Pass closes. Here's a little reminder. You can allocate Battle Pass points by visiting this interface and clicking on the Activate Chapter button. Once activated, all of your allocated will be invested into that chapter's progress, and you receive rewards. Okay. In addition, here are 2 things to look for. Invest unallocated Battle Pass points in uncompleted chapters. Okay. This season. Invested. Okay. Got it. Since unspent Battle Pass points will be deducted at the end of the season, unspent Battle Pass points will be deducted at the end of the season. Now is the time to allocate them for Great Base. Each chapter has its own cool progressive, blah, blah, blah. You can allocate Battle Pass visiting once activated. Okay. Unlock the points shop for additional rewards. Remember, once you complete the 3 main chapters, that's what For Free was talking about. You can spend Battle Pass points in the shop thing that they have. Bonds, 3D styles, yep, okay. Until the end of the season, you'll be able to spend all 7,500 Battle Pass points that can be accumulated during the 3 main chapters, as well as the points you earn after, which is what I've been doing, for completing the temporary blah, blah, blah. Unspent Battle Pass points will be deducted at the end of the season. So that's what I'm going off of, folks.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I think as each season, this season finishes, you're going to lose your point. We'll find out tomorrow.
Well, and I think my point is, because there's not some really big thing that you have to save a bunch of points for there, there's no reason to save them.
No.
Spend what you got. My recommendation is get bonds, unless you really like the 3D styles or want some crew or whatever. The bonds are more valuable, in my opinion. I would spend them all on bonds.
It'd be nice, for example, I've got this 900 and whatever it is points. My only gripe is it would be nice to carry those over. So if I didn't want to play today to get over the 1,000,
sure. If you if you've got you haven't
spend them
right,
yeah.
You haven't hit a break point. Like for me, for example, that's not really as big a factor because I'm only sitting on. I just bought 100 bonds yesterday because I tripped another 1,000, and I'm at 165. So whatever, right? I'm going to lose a few points. It would be cool if you could buy other stuff. Maybe I don't know.
Maybe a couple of bit of food or something or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. That goes back to all the stuff with wargaming and just a complete lack of imagination at times. Or / they just don't want to give away
Seriously?
stuff. They just want to give away stuff. You can't give away the farm, right? I mean, there is some...
There's got to be,
I mean, as much as we'd like to get everything free all the time, 24/7, they do have to have some limits, I suppose. As long as they're giving me everything for free, I don't really care what you guys get.
Which we know they do.
It's all about me.
Me.
All right. Yeah, Diobla, I agree. I don't think there's any reason to hold on to him and even test that theory of any kind.
I've just come back on what Diablo said earlier on because he threw one in there, which I don't think anybody noticed. He hates Frontline and he can't wait for Steel Hunter to come, and I think he's lying.
Some people really like Steel Hunter. I don't. That's fine. I don't care. I just. I haven't played a single game of Frontline this time.
Have you not? No, I've done it on the EU account because that's my competition account. So I do it so I can earn stuff. That's why I do that. I
haven't touched it. I haven't done a single.
I've done it on the NA.
I've seen some people streaming it, and it just reminded me that I'm like.
Yeah.
I can't be bothered.
It was nice that it's gone back to tier 8. I mean, as I said, I did it on the EU, so it was good. But you're not racking up as much silver as you used to. I think I'm probably getting 10%.
Well, Dr. Coleman rocked it. He made 20 million credits.
Wow. There you go.
So that's true. And here's one of my big problems with it. When it comes, I've got so many tanks. This is a total first world CC big account cry ass. Nobody gives a damn problem. But because I'm lazy by nature with stuff like this, in order to reset the tanks down to do the no gold, don't use a bunch of consumable stuff to maximize, I have to switch a bunch of crap out. I just can't be arsed.
Just can't be bothered.
I can't be arsed.
Are you going to mow the lawn today, dear? Nah, I can't be bothered.
No.
No. Dog's nicked my spot on the bed.
I'll just keep playing the same mode I've played for 11 years. It's fine.
No, I get it. I get it, Diablo. I get it that people like Steel Hunter. For me personally, it's not a mode that I enjoy a great deal. Probably because I suck at it, so I don't bother with it. But if I applied that to every reason in my life, I would probably not do anything.
Steel Hunter is a totally different game, so it is in terms of an interesting, I guess, concept or an interesting take on World of Tanks in a different direction.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people like it, and that's good. I like that it's tied into Battle Pass now, like Frontline is.
I think all of it should be.
Yeah,
I think all of these things.
As I've been mentioning a lot in the recent past, I wish the rewards for those modes were a little bit more. Not back to the here's how you get a great tank, just super grind, but something more than directives.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm with you, Steel Saint. I mean, Steel Hunter. I'm not very good at it. It's not a mode that interests me, so that's probably why I've not bothered to learn it that much to get good at it. And also, it's the arcade nature, which, as a doddering old guy, I find it a little bit, can't do that.
Yeah, there's a lot of games like that, and of course, it's built on a lot of these games that are survival slash. I don't know what they're called when the map constricts. There's actually a name, battle royale, or I don't know, something like that. But then the map constricting to force you into closer and closer. I don't know. I don't.
Yeah.
That's great. People like it. It's just not my thing. Steel Saint, just to wrap this up, I think that terminology is just talking about that store will be there till 2022. The points you're allowed to spend in it will change per chapter, and they'll go away at the end of each chapter, and you'll restart gaining points. That's the way I see that. I'm pretty sure I'm right. We'll see tomorrow or Tuesday.
As I say, I'll know first thing in the morning if I don't get this past. If I don't get the break point today.
Yeah, Wayne. Yep. When they had tanks tied to those things.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Frontline was definitely the way to go. I mean, I think about a third of my tanks on my European account are tanks I got from Frontline.
So Wayne thinks it's better when you have to grind. See, I don't like that as much. But
you do not? No, I thought it gave an extra impetus to the whole mode.
Well, it did, but that's what irritated me. Because I don't want to grind. I don't want to grind a single mode for forever just to get a tank.
Well, I think it's a bait and reward thing, isn't it? It's there at the end.
But I think it's better with Battle Pass because now you can play any of the modes you like, and you're still grinding for the tank. So that seems like a total win to me.
Yeah. No, I think you're right on that account. Is that if they tie all this together, so the reward system is meshed.
Well, it is.
That is a clever thing.
It is, which I think is good. I would like the modes to have a little bit more than just the directives. We're never happy, right?
Yeah, never happy.
No one's ever happy.
Give me a free overpowered tank every
We're
week,
gaming.
please.
You just always mess it up.
If we could do it, we'd do it so much better, wouldn't we?
Oh, absolutely, 100%. I would run $1 billion company. Why not?
Yeah, exactly.
See how I'm doing it right now?
Yeah, we are. We are absolutely loaded. I'm not even getting 5 cents on the dollar. You are, but I'm not even getting that.
I mean, I am on my way to billionairehood. If someone would just listen to me.
Yeah.
Battle Pass Season 8.
In the harbor, wouldn't you?
Should we talk about Season 8?
Oh, well, let's talk about Season 8. Yeah, let's do that.
What do you guys think? Warhammer, yay, nay? Good thing, bad thing, don't care?
Right, before we get any answers, I'll give you my take on it.
All right, Pilgrim, fire away.
Yeah, it's it's a marketing thing. We get that. They've done it before with G.I. Joe and all the other things they've done it with. Blah, diddy, blah, diddy, blah. The end result is a skin for tanks that already have about 3 or 4 3D skins anyway. No, I'm not really interested. But, it's tied into something that comes free again. It's a freebie if you do what you're asked to do. Is it a deal breaker for me? No, it's not. I'll play the game. I'll play the mode without Warhammer being included. Doesn't bother me.
Well, I'm assuming there's still goodies. I didn't actually watch a video, but it looks like it's basically the same thing. Here we go. Yeah, so we've got the same goodies. Let's just take a look at this. Warhammer itself notwithstanding. We can discuss that in a second, but let's see what kind of... We're going to get the... There we go. All right, so we are going to get bond equipment. Not bond, sorry. Wrong term. Bounty equipment. Is there a new kind? I don't think there's a new kind of equipment that we haven't had yet. Doesn't look like it. If there is, it's not obvious. So as you guys know, of course, the Cobra is the big thing, right? So here's the numbers on the Cobra, guys. Looks like 1600 HP. It's got a 360 alpha, 490 with Hesh or HEP or whatever it's shooting. 268 regular, and of course the lower pen with the HE-ish thing, the HEP, Hesh, whatever. And it's got an HE round to 120 penetration. 4 shells in the magazine. 1.5 between shells is pretty quick. It's got 10 degrees of gun depression. It does 40, which is not very fast. That's pretty slow. Is this? This is supposed to be a medium and it only does 40. Turret armor is okay-ish.
Is it medium or heavy? It is a medium.
It says medium, yeah.
Yeah, sorry. I thought
some interesting angles on the turret, actually. So I don't know what the effective is. We'd have to go over to tanks.gg. That's the little range. So that's all the numbers we have there. I think we can find the rest of the numbers somewhere else.
For me, it's a Hesh auto loader. It's a Hesh auto loader. That's all I need to say.
Yeah.
So it's gonna ruin the game.
Yeah, Kedge, and I think Pilgrim's Point was a good one. We're kind of at this point where we're starting to get multiple skins for the same old tanks, and there's a few out there that don't have any. And why not have some for cool ones for tier 8s and 7s and 6s?
Wouldn't that be nice?
Maybe they'll get there at some point. I don't know. Yeah, equipment that's worse than standard that you have to spend credits on.
Yeah, wine. Oh, I got another drop. Crikey, that's 3 in one session. What's going on here?
Oh, you're rocking it, man.
Am I ever?
But the Warhammer thing, I don't know. I did some miniature stuff. I was kind of more a BattleTech guy. I didn't get too much into it. I had some of the figures and stuff, and I'm talking in the 80s and when I was a kid, teenager. I enjoyed some of that stuff. I did a little bit of tabletop gaming with miniatures, not a whole bunch. My brother-in-law did a bunch of Warhammer 40K stuff, and he had whole armies, and this is, you could lose your life in this thing, much like playing World of Tanks.
Yeah,
he was
like we do.
Yeah, he's quite the artist. So he would paint. He would professionally paint. People would commission, and he'd paint whole armies for people. And he had his own. He played a bit. I think though he was more into the figures and the painting, and then he started selling the stuff. That he was more into that than he was the game. And the game has changed a lot over the years. It's had multiple rule revisions and this, that, and the other. So you can really get into this thing. And then of course there's the computer gaming side of it. That there's a lot of Warhammer 40K computer gaming stuff.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It's kind of an interesting tie-in that I don't really know what to make of it, and I don't know, man.
Well, I don't think it's meant to be parallel lines. I don't think it's meant to be World of Tanks and Warhammer run down the same avenue. I think it's a collab. It's a meshing of two different ideas to sell, for want of a better word.
Yeah, Diablo plays it. Yeah.
Yeah, Diablo plays.
It's pretty interesting because when you get into the rule book, and I know at least on one occasion that I remember they tried to simplify some of the stuff, but the term grognard really goes with some of the people who play this because it's quite complicated, and you've got figurines, you got all these measurements, all the things that you do. Like any tabletop game that's complicated, they get more interesting, but at the same time, you can get bogged down into these rules arguments and figuring out exactly where this little guy goes and stuff. I think that's part of the fun for a lot of the guys that play it. So it can be expensive too, man. I'm sure Diablo will follow me up on that, but holy cow.
Yeah. I mean, it's like anything else. It's probably a full-time hobby. If I want to call it a hobby, it's a it's something you can't just dabble in. If you're going to do it, you've got to do it properly, I guess.
Yeah. Rules have gotten a lot simpler. There you go. Play with more intent than being perfect. That's cool. Good. That's good to hear, man. Because I can remember epic throwdowns, especially in BattleTech, trying to interpret one rule, you know. The other one was a game called Starfleet Battles. You could get into these massive rules arguments on, you know, exactly when something happened and when it didn't happen and what counter to what. And, you know, that's a -1. No, it's a -2 or whatever, you know, which dice is rolled and all that stuff. Yeah. Sometimes the arguments seem like half the fun, honestly. But, you know, here it is. And it's two big brands coming together. And I think people are going to like it. But the skins, let's see if we can find these things. Where are they? Yeah, there we go. So there's the E100.
Yeah.
The Space Marines, Ultramarines? Ultramarines. Are they different than Space Marines? I don't know. Are they a different kind of Space Marine? I have no idea. Or are they just called Ultramarines now? Then we got the 430, and these are going to be the tanks for the extra points. The E100, the 430U, and that is the... Which ones are these guys? These are the Death Guard, I guess, which are used to be Marines, and now they're crazy Marines or something. I don't know. And then we got the STB-1, which is the Orcs. That actually looks kind of cool. Although I don't know about the whole saw thing on it and all that.
That's almost like having a surfboard on it.
I will say one thing about it. You know what's not on these, which is nice?
A boat.
Yeah. And what else? E100 is a primary example. There's not a AA gun.
Oh, the great big anti-aircraft gun on the top, yeah.
That's, you know, 15,000 feet above it. So I'll give them that, man. I'll give them that.
Wow.
So there you go. Warhammer.
Well, if you go
40K.
right down to the bottom of that, it's got, for some reason, it's got a bat chat 25T.
Where?
Sat there. Right at the very bottom of that particular website.
Not on mine.
So you go down from, not on yours, go down from the Cobra, go down all the way past the sound. You can download the music, MP3, and then it says the bundles.
Yeah. So I guess there's a skin for the Bat Chat that isn't really shown. All right. Over the course of Season 4, numerous themed bundles will be available. Among these, we'd like to highlight one featuring the Devout something as a crew member and the awesome-looking Ignis Purgatio 3D style.
For the Bat Chat.
So it looks like they're going to sneak in. Is this also a Warhammer 40K name? I'm assuming so.
Yeah, it is a rather weird name, so it would be, wouldn't it?
Yeah. So it looks like there's another bundle chucked in there amongst it. It also makes you wonder if they're going to bring the KV-2R, I think it is, back. And then remember the BDR-1GR, whatever it was, also had a Warhammer 40K themed skin on it.
Yeah.
So I would expect those.
Ragnarok skin, isn't it?
Yeah, I would expect those to show back up as well.
Doctor Who's bringing the Holy Hand Grenade of Antioch.
Thou shalt count to 3. Thou shalt not count to 4. And 5 is right out.
It's only a rabbit. Aye, but it's a great big toothed rabbit. I'll rip your throat out as soon as I look at you.
That's
tangent.
That is Tim.
Yeah.
My name is Tim. Creating skins for iconic lower tier vehicles is a great idea. Man, wouldn't that be cool, Sutek? Why not?
Wouldn't it just? Yeah.
Why not? A lot of stuff they could do. All right, cool. So there you go. Season 8 starts hot on the heels. Because we had a marathon at the end of this one, there's really nothing in between. And we're going to go right into the next season. I kind of like that. Not a bad idea. Hopefully, well, are we going to have another marathon at the end of this? What do you guys think?
But for what tank?
There's no I did not see any advertisement for a surprise chapter 4 on this.
Say for what? Tank?
Well, there are some tanks that are. We'll talk about that right now. Actually, let's go over there and check it out.
Wayne's hitting the nail on the head because I was just about to segue the Italian TD into this conversation.
Right. Let's go back up here. All right, so we've got numbers on the tier 10. This monster. We're sort of jumping around now, but that Italian TD we talked about. This is another bloody auto reloader, I believe. Yes.
Well, can I say it's a 5-shell auto loader?
It is, but it's 8 seconds between shots.
Yeah, with 300mm effective armor on the turret.
Yeah, I mean that's looking pretty monstrous,
isn't it? Just
a very long reload. It's auto reloader, so that's not quite
auto
right.
reloader.
Yeah, with a very long in between shot, so you're basically playing it as a cyclic, but that's pretty fast. That's fairly brutal.
It's like a cyclic. It's like the I don't know, like the turtle or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Tortoise or what.
Here is the Prime Gaming thing. That's the commander we talked about. 40K we talked about. I thought there was, maybe I got to go to the other. Let me go to the other site here because they had some information. Oh, here's something I want to talk about real quick, guys. This is one of the reasons why I'm always a little bit worried about the replays and stuff, and especially when people send it to me and not through the site. Although why I think going through WOT replays would be safer, I'm not exactly sure. My ass assumption is they scan them, but if it's just, I don't know. Anyway, due to the discovery of an external code execution technical vulnerability in World of Warships replay tool, we recommend not launching replays obtained from untrusted sources. So there's the definition, isn't it? Untrusted sources. What is that? Well, for me, it's nearly everybody. No insult intended. All my friends are sending me stuff, but it's a bummer.
Well, you can't guarantee anything, can you? Because it's the interweb. So, and people might not be malicious. It's just attached to that replay for whatever reason.
Could be, or maybe they are malicious. Who doesn't matter. You got a hold of it. Of course, that was always possible with stuff like that. You're downloading an executable from the internet.
Yeah.
It can have anything on it.
Yeah.
Roughly anything, any executable, basically.
I mean, there is that disclaimer on what replays as well, which they disclaim any sort of malicious software.
Right. So I don't think they're really. There may be some desultory scanning of it for obvious stuff, or maybe there's not. They just take it and push on the file, and it's up to you to your due diligence. I do scan them, but it's freaking off the shelves,
Yeah.
Anyway, that's out there.
Anywho's.
That gives me pause when I'm looking at replays and stuff.
Yeah.
World
Warships. Would you? I guess. If I was to ever receive a replay, it would go straight to my virus checker straight away. I'd bang it straight into.
Yeah. Every time you download, at least mine does. It looks at it, but again.
Yeah.
Does it read the code and figure out
Yeah.
what executable's in there? No. It's looking for general stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Randall says replays are descriptions of what was going on as opposed to code. But there would be an executable code to execute that particular replay, wouldn't there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, there's me talking techie. I don't know what I'm talking about, but yeah.
Well, he may have a point there, and it's out of my league, so there's probably a dozen people in here who know way more about it. It starts the game, basically. Right, and then it uses the file to make that information go. So I don't know. And the whole is in World of Warships, yes, but I think it's much like the thing with Skill a year ago or so. It shows it's the capability, and everyone knows that kind of stuff not always can show up in various things. So it's not a sky is falling thing. It's just always interesting.
Yeah.
Jingles said they can include crap with the replay. Yeah, I think that's probably very true. Okay, changes vehicle stats. So the Cobra is in the game files. They did change some things. It has that, just so you know, it has that large free repair kit thing going on that the tier 9s tend to have now. So,
All right, that's a nice little bonus, I guess, isn't it?
I don't know what this means. Built-in belt. I don't know. And then the price is 17,500 gold. The Gonzalo, which is a down-gunned Caliban.
At Bay Mitsubishi, we challenge you to take on adventure in a new Mitsubishi during the Take It On event.
Stop with the ads. All right. Wants me to buy a new Mitsubishi. This is apparently coming out already on the Chinese server. The old Gonzalo. They did nerf it a little bit. You can see the red stuff right there. Although, yeah, these are credits for shells mostly, so not a whole lot going on there. The 259 Alpha, Tier 8 Premium. This one is the one I'm thinking is maybe one of the next premiums out there to come out.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay, that'll be interesting.
Yeah, Cliffy's...
The thing is, it's got to go through the whole series of super tests, common tests.
It did.
Well, hasn't it?
It's completely ready for release, apparently.
Has it? Oh,
yeah,
okay. So we're looking at what's already gone through the whole shebang. Okay.
9,800 gold. And then there's a Tier 5 Premium, a 6501H German Tier 5 Premium, which may be a gift tank or something for this year of some kind, maybe.
Okay.
Or it's just going to be a Christmas tank, or who knows, but it's basically ready as well. With 1,500 gold for that thing. Noble Heroes we talked about. I thought that's that thing again. Okay.
Yeah,
that's what it was.
War Games anniversary as well. Yeah. Sorry, come on.
No. So the Gonzalo is part of a trading caravan that's actually on the Chinese server. So remember, we don't see the same things the Chinese server has all the time. So they basically said good to go, and they're releasing it as part of a trading caravan thing going on. And they've got the T-44-122, which was an exclusive tank for super testers on our server and the rest of the servers. None of that means it's coming to us. It's just kind of interesting. Who knows? Yeah, it might be an anniversary tank for the Tier 5, Cliffy.
Yeah, that's coming up soon enough, isn't it?
I don't know if I've ever seen one of those in game. If I have, I don't remember it. Preload 1.17. We talked about Battle Pass, and I think that's all. These are just smaller tanks here. Ah, here's the other one I want to talk about. This is a Tier 9 US Premium. So what do we have here? A reward tank? No, it's not going to be for Battle Pass. Is it for ranked? Maybe. Because the ranked season is over. Remember we had that little test season.
Yeah.
And now we're waiting for the new season to start, right?
Yeah.
I think we are. I'm wondering if this is the big reward for the new ranked season. It looks appropriately stupidly overpowered. But it did get nerfed. So they're still working on it.
Yeah, I think I don't know how they work it out, but I think they send it in purposely overpowered and then degrade it down to the balanced level that they consider balanced anyway. I think that's how it operates. I don't know.
And I think there was an ad for this thing. Did they have a video for it somewhere? Don't remember. I could have swore I saw a video. They had it somewhere hyping this thing. Do you guys... 5 drops right on. Do you guys remember seeing that article that had that thing in it? Where did I see that? I could have swore that they had some kind of... Maybe I read it on one of the blogs and it wasn't really an article. A wargaming article. I don't see it here. Dun, 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 dun. There's tank destroyers, Czechoslovakian. Huh. I wonder where I saw that. I don't know. I don't remember. The next ranked reward seems plausible as based on the stats. It looks very strong. Yeah, Sutek. So this has 5 shells or 4. Don't remember. These are not the actual just numbers. These are changes in the numbers. Did it get more? No, it doesn't get more detailed. Anyway, as I recall, I thought I saw a video on it, and it was talking about, it's a special kind of TD. By the way, it's a TD, if you can believe it. It's got a turret. It's got a strong turret. It's fast, relatively. It's got an auto loader.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Why not?
Holy cow, man. Crazy stuff. But, you know, we just keep accelerating, don't we?
We do. I think.
Right? Pedal to the metal.
I think you've just got to go with the flow now, because I don't think anything's going to change too fast soon. I think they've decided that autoloaders are the next level that they're going to continue going down, and we're going to see more and more and more as they come through. Which, okay, could change gameplay, could change the game, but you just got to go with the flow. You know, remember the old T-32? I mean, that's just a pretty much useless piece of metal on the battlefield these days. But it was the dog's bollocks in its day. Even the T-29.
It got nerfed hard, though.
Well, it did, yeah. You know, so the game will move forward in whichever way the developers are moving it forward. Reloaders and autoloaders are the way to go, and we see more and more of them. I guess we have to find new favourite tanks, don't we? Because I mean, I'll put some of my favourite tanks in there, and they're no good against autoloaders.
Diablo has a great question, though. Wondering what Wargaming's fascination with TDs currently is. That's a great question. And if I was just to throw something off the top of my head, it's kind of the meta. I mean, most games, 1/3 of the team, sometimes more, are TDs.
Yeah.
And maybe it's a reaction. Yeah, maybe it's a reaction to them assessing what players like and want, and now they're giving them more of those that are good. You know, you're going to follow stuff that makes you money.
Well, yeah. Exactly.
I mean, that's just a total guess on my part. You know, could be total BS, but I don't know if I was to guess off the top of my head, that might have something to do with it.
You've got to say there'll be people who work on trends in the company. Of course there is.
Sure.
I mean, because the other surprising fact, I did not realise this until you go to the Wargaming website and scroll right to the very bottom, their website. It says 160 million players worldwide. Now that's not active players, obviously, but the fact that 160 million people have at some point fed into this big machine, then you know you are going to market it that. Follow trends. You're going to market it to a point where the money is. Of course you are.
Makes you wonder how long they can advertise that now that they have theoretically cut their ties to.
Yeah, they have to split that into
to their largest. Yeah, that RU was their largest customer base.
Yeah.
Although I don't know what the Chinese numbers look like. Are they adding those in? Maybe.
Oh, maybe.
Maybe the Chinese numbers are also in there. I don't know where they get 160 million.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's not 160 million playing. That would be.
That would be crazy.
That would be easily a record. Although do they still have the record for most people playing at one time, or people playing? I don't know. They had it at one point. I thought some kind of record like that. I do hate the auto reloader mechanic. Yep, I do not like that, and they're doubling down because they have basically taken the Italian TDs and turned them into. I mean, I don't even know what to think of that. It's 8 seconds between shots for 500 alpha.
Yeah.
And the claim is that, well, once you shoot all those shots, you have a really long reload. I'm like, it's not that long, really, in the grand scheme of things.
No, what is it? 21 seconds?
Yeah, and they have 5, so that's with 520 or so. That's math in public, 2,500 and some change, 2,600. I mean, that's almost enough to clip out a mouse.
Yeah.
And it's certainly enough for any medium, and a lot of the heavies at tier 10.
Yeah.
Holy cow!
Yeah.
I mean, that's sort of waffle-ish kind of stuff.
It is, isn't it? And yet they withdrew that, didn't they? They took it off the board. Maybe it's time to have it back. But hey, hoping.
Yeah, and there's always shells left, though, Sutek. That's the problem.
That's the thing.
There's always shells left. Even if they shoot them all, it's just a slightly longer reload. And if they shoot 2 and pull back, which is how the game is typically played, you shoot 1 or 2, you pull back, you take your time. The other side doesn't have the opportunity to push them, and now they're right back with the 5 again.
5 again, yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when you play a player playing it well, you know what's going on. You're like, you see these auto reloaders, they can take a shot or 2, and then they disappear. And like, great.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to get any advantage out of that.
He's got a full clip next time he comes
right.
out.
So I can't, because I can't get to him. And even if I did, he'd put the other 2 into me.
Yeah.
And then he'd have another
yeah.
reload coming up. So, a smart one is always going to have several, and he's going to jump to a DPM advantage on you if you try to go after him, and he's not completely depleted against somebody else. Now, if you can double or triple team him, say a Progetto, and he puts all his shots into one guy, and you can get a couple guys around him, then you can probably take him out pretty quickly. But that's not really how the game is played a lot of the time, especially early on when it's more of a trading game, peek and poke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Diablo was saying when he 3-marked his Caliban, he rarely fired the second shell. That's,
That's like the ultimate example. That's the ultimate example. And if you're good like Diablo and you're doing it the right way, that's a great point, because a lot of times you might be tempted to get that second one in, but he knows that you have to, if you're going to shoot 2, it has to be the right situation so that you can get them both out and it has the effect you want.
Yeah.
But that's hugely powerful because that's like 1,800 damage with the AP if you can pin them both. You know what I mean?
It's just crazy, isn't it? Just crazy. But and of course, people are wired into this. You know what I mean? The good players are wired into this, and it's so hard to play against autoloaders and reloaders, because when you're up against a good player in one of them, you don't give up, but you're like, oh, what can I do about this? I'm just going to sit here and wait for that slight opportunity that I just might get, a shot on. Never mind any sort of damage.
Well, yeah, that's a balancing factor on this Caliban. In theory, is that fairly specific shells for the situation, but then you throw in a perk or skill. I guess it's actually a skill that then decreases that vulnerability significantly. And now, like you said, you can swap shells to a more important shell much quicker than people might think.
Yeah, especially with intuition, which is why I think we've both gone down that road. Because intuition before wasn't something I really bothered with, but after your discussions about intuition, I've now, my loader's first skill will always be intuition.
Yeah,
don't mind repairs or anything else.
Yeah, it's a great skill actually. All right, what else we got? I think we're getting towards. Oh, I know. We forgot to talk about the 5,000 gold giveaway, man.
We did before we get to the competition.
How about we take a break though? Can we take a 5-minute break? Because I'm starting to squirm a little.
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
5-minute break. When we come back, a couple more things to wrap up, and then we're gonna give away 5,000 gold, guys. Give me 5 minutes to go refresh it myself. We'll be back. All right, everyone, we are back. Let's see if there's any cleanup items here before we move on to the...
Hermit Track has just followed, thank you.
Hey, thank you. Permatract follow. Thanks, man. Frontline, World Trading Caravan. That's it, man. I think we covered everything unless there's stuff you guys want to talk about. Otherwise, I think...
There's one thing I just wanted to throw into the mix, which I think you probably did on a previous coffee talk when I was off on my adventures. Maldeith in the house. Hello, Maldeith. But it's the creator specials. Have you covered that?
I did, yeah. We talked about it last week. Yeah. Somebody asked me what I thought about it, and I thought I came to. It's great. Good on him. You know, I'd love to get invited, but those are all some of the bigger people, obviously.
Okay.
Major Pain. No progress on the 279 early. That's stalled out right now. That is stalled out right now, unfortunately. I'll probably get back to it. I've been toying with the idea. I think I'm going to work on some tier 10 Hunter Battle Challenge tanks. Start working on my tier 10 game. Try to get a little better at that.
Spend some of them credits.
Yeah, spend credits. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Well, I still the one that's flummoxing me right now a little bit is the 6,500 damage for Alliance on the Chimera, I think it is, with a win and 5 kills. I think is the
right. Thing. Yeah.
I've done it several times without honors, but I need all 3 to get the honors.
Yeah.
And once I do that, I'll have unlocked the last order that I need for the plan, and then I'll have to push on. And I think I'm doing the Alliance missions, as I recall.
We did it a couple of times, Major Pain. We went in the 60 TPs to try and get it done, but we were just a smidgen short every time, weren't we?
Yeah.
Or we were something short.
Yeah, I need that order because obviously I think the big, and this is how the people who are rigging / selling these things, the booster companies are doing it. They're getting the number 15s done all with honors, and then that gives them
gives them the order.
8 orders. Then they'll do one of the 279 early mission things, get to 15, do that one with honors, and then they can unlock the other 3 with the 9 orders, and then they don't have to do anything else.
Yeah.
So that would probably be one of the best ways. Well, that's not true because everyone's going to do it. I was going to say one of the ways to find someone's boosting is to see if it was done that way, but everyone's doing it that way, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
60 TP, yeah, I like that tank, and I have tried a couple times. That might be a go-to tank for it.
We have tried that though, haven't we? The 60 TP.
Major Pain says it's easier to just knock out 3 279 E lines. Man, not for me. I struggle with it. I don't think I did, Jicon. I forgot about that. How many did they sell? Yeah. Could you buy 3? Is that what it was? Man, that would have been a smart thing to do. Oh, man.
Yeah, 3. That would have been smart, wouldn't it?
Would have been hugely smart.
Okay.
3. Well, 3 would get you... 3 would be able... Right? You could unlock... Holy crap. If you bought 3... and then got all of the other orders off the... You could just buy the thing with orders and never have to do any of them. Right? Am I right?
Sounds... Yeah, that's right, yeah.
It was only good for the first campaign. Never mind.
Okay. Pale Jedi. Good
Permatrack. Good point. Good point. There you go. Yeah, I did not know that. 260. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, okay.
I was getting all excited. It wouldn't matter because I didn't buy them. Didn't matter.
No. You're getting excited for no reason, sir.
Yeah, these are the K9 drops I think that everyone's getting right now. So that's cool. Yeah. All right, so 5,000 gold.
5,000 gold. So, everybody, get your wiki fingers on the go. Get the exercises done. It is a very, very simple question for 5,000 gold this week and this week only. As you all know, Wayne, you're ahead of the game.
But before you get started, NA and EU or just NA or what?
NA and EU.
All right, NA or EU.
The only one, poor old Sutek dips out because he's over in Australia. And I can't do SEA server, unfortunately. They won't let me do it for some reason. Isn't that odd? Right, so it's 5,000 gold, NA and EU. It is give me the answers on stream here today. The first one to come up with the correct answers is the winner. Judges is correct in each
Judges'
time.
Decisions are arbitrary and capricious and final.
Yeah. Yes. So it's a very simple question because Da, 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 da. Right, it's Her Majesty's 75th Jubilee weekend next weekend. So the questions are going to be about Her Majesty. Wiki fingers at the ready, Colonials. Brits will get this straight away. But anyway, Colonials. So the question has 4 answers, but it's only one question.
Okay.
Totally changed it.
Okay.
4 answers, 1 question. Right. I don't mind convicts at all, as long as they live in Australia, Sutek, that's fine.
That's why they were sent there.
Yes, exactly. So, as you know, the Queen, as I've just told you, the Queen is celebrating 75 years on the throne next Saturday. Well, next Saturday is also my wedding anniversary, 39 years of which I've been reminded by various family members because I could have totally forgot. Anyway, how dare Her Majesty have a 75th platinum anniversary on the same 39th year anniversary of my marriage? But anyway, we'll live with that. That's fine, because she is Her Maj. However, she has some dogs, does she not, ladies and gentlemen? Mm-hmm. We all know what dogs she has, don't we? Guido, what dogs does the Queen have?
Irish Wolfhounds.
Oh dear, oh bloody Colonials.
Are they Basset Hounds? Oh, Corgis.
Corgis, right. So, and they all have names. So what I need, out of this list of 8 names I'm going to give you, I want the 4 names that are the real names of the Corgis. So I'm going to give you 8 names. You have to pick the right 4, everybody, of the Corgis. Okay, here we go. Get your wiki fingers going, because it might be on Wikipedia. Pilgrim's Wikipedia. So you have to put that in your old search engine, Pilgrim's Wikipedia. No, don't.
Boy.
Just do wiki. Here we go. I'm going to give you the 8 names, of which 4 are correct to the dogs. Okay, here we go. Emma. Isla. Willow. August. Holly. Mia, Monty, and Sienna. So I'll repeat that now. You want 4 of those names, right? 4 of those names. Here we go. Oh, bloody, don't even need to. Howie's got it. Emma, Willow, Holly, and Monty are the names of the Queen's Corgis.
Wow.
Howie has just won himself 5,000 gold. I'll tell you what I'll do, ladies and gentlemen. If you can give me what of those other 4 names are...
Howie's flexing. Howie's flexing on everybody.
Right? Howie has just done it. Howie.
He's flexing.
If you can give me the other 4 names, Isla, August, Mia, and Sienna, how are they related to the Queen? If you can give me those names, I'll give another 5,000 gold to the person who gets that. So, Isla, August, Maya, and Sienna.
Those are her illegitimate children.
You ain't getting 5,000 gold, Guido. Yeah, I know, she had 5 Corgis. 1 was killed, mate, so she's only got the 4. But you've got it, Howie. Just in-game name, mate, and obviously I think you're on the NA server, aren't you?
Corgis.
Okay. Okay, for another 5,000, if you can get what is the association of Isla, August, Mia, and Sienna to Her Majesty. I don't think anybody's going to get a Guido, you know.
I don't know.
So we'll let it slide at the very end. If not horses, not cats. Yeah, he did actually. Guido slapped my culture. Not cats.
Those were her pet names for Winston Churchill.
No, not swans either, Pale Jedi. Close, but not swans. Goldfish.
Goldfish.
Wayne.
Those are the fish in the koi pond.
Her Majesty's goldfish.
Her cars. Doves, geese. There are other... Oh, I can't win.
Hobbits! Hobbits! No.
Don't know, man.
I'll tell you what, I'll give it 30 seconds on my watch. Look, got my watch on. 30 seconds. And if you don't get it, we'll just leave it at that. 5,000 for Howie. Here we go. Counting down now. 29. 28.
What were the names?
27. Isla, August, Mia, and Sienna. 24. 23. 22.
Oh,
Matt,
I know what they are. I know what they are.
Oh, no, sorry. Yeah, Matt got it. Great-grandchildren, not grandchildren. Sorry.
Really?
Blues, it's not grandkids, it's a great-grandkids. Well done, Matt.
Grandkids.
Okay, Mac 950, give me in-game name, in a whisper, with the server you're on.
Nice. I was going to say horses.
Yeah. Could be.
That's a different. That's a different queen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm referring to. All right.
Yeah. So I just need Howie, your in-game name whispered to me, and the same Mac 950 in-game name and server, please. Well done, guys. I didn't believe people could get it that quick.
Yeah, man, that's good. Well, hey, man, thanks for everybody coming by. Make sure you send that info to Pilgrim so we can get you the...
Yeah, don't send it to Guido because you won't get nothing.
The appropriate... Oh, you'll get it. It just makes me have to pass it on, so go directly to the horse's mouth, to the source.
Yeah, to the hobby spot.
So, yeah, like I said, maybe Monday, if I have a chance later in the week. Obviously, I'll stream any chance I can get. We will continue with the best of series next week. Unfortunately, you're going to have to watch some artillery. There's some funny stuff that happens in some of those, because what I'm doing is I'm playing a no kid in real time, and the game you get is what you get, and they don't always go so great. And then next Sunday, obviously. Now, I will give you the warno on this, and this is a couple months out, or maybe more like a month and a half, but in July from probably, let me see when I'm getting back. There will be no coffee talk on the 17th and 24th of July, as I will be.
Yeah, I'm away on holiday as well.
I will be on vacation, so
yeah.
No coffee talk on the 17th and 24th, which is a long time ago. I am broke, man. My What NA check did not come in. Hey, you guys enjoy your weekend like we talked about. As I said at the beginning, spare a thought for those who went before you. Whatever country you're in, it's always a good idea. In particular here in the U.S., though, that we're doing that this weekend for our Memorial Day. And I guess that's pretty much all I've got from the left side Atlantic. Any parting shots, Pilgrim?
I haven't. Well, I will sort out the gold today for the two winners. Well done, guys. Thank you.
You guys have a great rest of your weekend. See ya.
Pilgrim signing off.